हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आज की ये वीडियो 100 वर्ड पर मिनट डिक्टेशन है। अगर आपको ये अच्छी लगे तो प्लीज़ इसको लाइक ज़रूर करें और इसको शेयर ज़रूर करें और हमारे अपडेट्स पाने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। In continuation of the statement made by me in Rajya Sabha on 7th February and Lok Sabha on 10th February, I would further like to update the honorable members on the present situation related to the outbreak of novel coronavirus disease and the actions taken by the government of India. As mentioned earlier, coronaviruses are large group of viruses that cause illness in humans and animals. Rarely, animal coronaviruses can also evolve and affect people and then spread between people, as has been seen with severe acute respiratory syndrome in 2003 and Middle East Respiratory Syndrome (MERS) in 2014. Since reporting of an outbreak of novel coronavirus on 31st December 2019 in China, a large number of cases have been reported across all provinces of China and other parts of the world, including India. WHO has named the novel coronavirus disease as COVID-19. As on 4th March, a total of 80,270 confirmed cases and 2,981 deaths have been reported in China. Though the daily confirmed cases and deaths have shown a downward trend in China, still new cases are being reported from Hubei province and Wuhan city, the epicenter of the outbreak. A total of 12,857 confirmed cases and 220 deaths have been reported outside China from 78 countries, including Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. Among these, 30 countries have been reported local transmission. World Health Organization (WHO) has declared this outbreak as a public health emergency of international concern on 30th January 2020 and raised the level of global risk to very high on 28th February 2020. Though WHO has not declared COVID-19 to be pandemic, it has been asked the countries to remain prepared. It is worth highlighting that India initiated required preparedness and action at field level since 17th January itself, much before the advice from WHO. Once a person is exposed to the infection, the disease may develop any time between 1 to 14 days. The main symptoms of novel coronavirus disease are fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing. All suspected or probable cases of COVID-19 must be treated in isolation with barrier nursing and universal precautions to prevent further spread of disease. In our country, as on 4th March, a total of 29 positive cases have been reported so far. Of these, three cases were reported in Kerala earlier, who have since recovered and have been discharged already. Since last 3 days, new travel related cases have been tested positive. These include one in Delhi, having travel history of Italy, and Telangana, having travel history from Dubai and contact history from person in Singapore. Both are clinically stable. Six more cases have been tested positive in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, having contact history with the case in Delhi. Required action as per cluster management plan has been initiated. Further, an Italian tourist and his wife have been tested positive in Rajasthan. 14 other accompanying tourists in this group and their Indian bus driver tested positive on their return to Delhi. All of them are reported stable. A recent positive case has also been reported in Delhi yesterday, having travel history from Italy and is stable. The increasing magnitude of this outbreak globally calls for a concerted effort by not only the health department but all sectors of the government. The Honorable Prime Minister is personally monitoring the preparedness and response on a regular basis. The Government of India has initiated a series of action to prevent entry of the disease and to contain it. I am daily reviewing the situation. A group of ministers consisting of Minister of External Affairs, Minister of Civil Aviation, Minister of State for Home Affairs, Minister of State for Shipping, and Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, chaired by me, has been constituted to monitor the situation. The group of ministers has met 4 times since its inception on 3rd February 2020. The Cabinet Secretary is taking regular reviews with all related ministries of Health, Defence, External Affairs, Civil Aviation, Home, Textile, Pharma, Commerce, and other officials, including with state chief secretaries. My own ministry is constantly reviewing the evolving scenario. Video conferences are being held with states every other day. The Government of India also taken several measures to control the risk of novel coronavirus infection spreading to India. Our first travel advisory was issued on 17th January 2020, and as situation is evolving the travel advisories are accordingly getting revised. Regular visa e-visa granted to nationals of Public Republic of China issued on or before 5th February 2020 were suspended earlier. It shall remain in force. Regular sticker visas, e-visas granted to all foreign nationals who have travelled to People's Republic of China, Iran, Italy, South Korea and Japan on or after 1st February 2020 and have not yet entered India stand suspended with immediate effect. Diplomats, officials of UN and other international bodies, OCI card holders and air crew from above countries are exempted from such restriction on entry. However, their screening at point of entry is compulsory. Passengers of all international flights now entering into India from any port are required to furnish duly filed self-declaration form including personal particulars, that is phone number and address in India, and travel history to health officials and immigration officials at all the ports. Indian citizens are advised to refrain from travel to China, Iran, Republic of Korea, Italy, and Japan, and are also advised to avoid non essential travel to other COVID 19 affected countries. Screening of passengers was initiated in the country since 18th January 2020. Initially, airports at Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad and Kochi were covered, and subsequently it was expanded in a total of 21 airports. As per the evolving situation, initially universal screening was taken up for all passengers coming via direct flights from China, South Korea, Japan, Iran, Italy, Hong Kong, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Nepal, Thailand, and Singapore. Since yesterday, directions have also been issued for universal screening for all international passengers coming in the country. Signage have been displayed at prominent places in airports and ports.